morning. Please. Good morning, please. Let us start. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Kalimera, as we say in Greek. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to welcome you to the 2023 ICASSP. During the next 20 minutes, I will try to sample briefly what we have accomplished during a 5-year preparation period and also highlight some of the features and initiatives of this year's ICASSP. The location of this ICASSP is the beautiful island of Rhodes. Located at the meeting point of 3 continents, Rhodes has a long history from ancient to modern times. Actually, on the ICASSP logo, you may have seen 2 columns with deers on them. Well, there was a gigantic statue of Colossus that used to stand there at the entrance of the harbor, and it was one of the 7 marvels of the antiquity. Rhodes also features a UNESCO heritage medieval town, and it combines a cosmopolitan lifestyle, lively lifestyle, beautiful landscapes, idyllic beaches, historic tours, and other Mediterranean attractions. Rhodes is also well known for its long experience in organizing large international scientific conferences and events. And so welcome to Rhodes Palace and its nice, elegant, and experienced convention center, which will be our venue for this ICASSP. Our quick overview of this ICASSP will highlight that in addition to the long-awaited in-person participation after the 3-year of not having an in-person conference, the conference features a record-breaking participation in almost every dimension. In addition, a very strong and comprehensive technical program with several new initiatives, coupled with a rich social program with daily activities, significant inclusion and diversity initiatives, and a growing industry participation. Well, the interest in this year's ICASSP has exceeded all expectations in every dimension, with record increasing participation in almost all aspects of the conference, including a close to 50% increase in the number of submitted and accepted papers over the previous submission record. Plus, more than 4,000 participants, of which 3,700 are in-person participants. We have also seen similar levels of increase in the tutorials, special sessions, and grand challenges. The daily main program has 4 time slots every day of the conference, of the main conference, to accommodate 9 oral and 13 poster sessions, all in parallel. Between the 2 morning time slots, we have plenary talks every day from 9:45 to 10:45. The technical sessions also include 15 grand challenges and 32 special sessions, plus show and tell demos. In addition, we have long coffee breaks in parallel to the sessions. They run in parallel to the sessions, so there's no need to rush to get your coffee and snacks. Coffee will be served all day. Some of the major initiatives in the main conference include 6 perspective talks, 3 from academia and 3 from industry, both running in parallel during the last time slot of each one of the 3 main conference days. In addition, we have connected ICASSP with journals such as the Open Journal of Signal Processing via joint submission. And we hope that the signal processing letters will be the next one to connect. Both of these are first-time initiatives. We also continue for second year the educational short courses, which were designed last year for the first time by members of our organizing committee. We also have two signal processing 75th anniversary event panels and two funding agency panels. We are very glad to have with us 4 prominent scientists to give plenary talks on a variety of interesting and interdisciplinary topics. So we are all looking forward to their talks. Perspective Talks are a new initiative of this year's ICASSP that will provide perspectives on different areas of interest, including state-of-the-art, trends, future directions, and open problems in these areas. We have scheduled 2 45-minute parallel perspective talks for each afternoon time slot. And we are glad to have with us 6 well-known, distinguished researchers who will give these interesting talks. Now, there are many events and features that increase the participation of, in ICASSP of students and young members. They engage actually younger members and they help them increase their career options. We provide guidance. So through these activities, we reinforce the message that our society values its younger members. Such events include established and continuing initiatives like the networking reception, Women in Signal Processing, the Student Career Luncheon, the Signal Processing Cup. Related now to industry, we also have the Entrepreneurship Forum, which continues for second year strong. And the notable activities, which are new initiatives, include the Rising Stars Workshop and a Startup Fair. All these are very exciting, and there are also many activities and features promoting diversity and inclusion. Starting from the Progress Forum, which continues for second year, as a new initiative this year, to foster the local community of Greek university students, we have offered 100 free virtual registrations. In addition, we have provided sign language translators to enable the participation of deaf people and their communication with the rest in the workshop on sign language translation and avatar technology. Finally, provision of a lactation room, childcare, quiet room for prayer, meditation, and a medical team on standby. We're also very proud to inaugurate the satellite workshops for the first time in this ICASSP, before and after the main conference. We got a very positive response, 18 accepted workshops. This is actually very impressive. These satellite workshops, they add thematic diversity and interdisciplinarity to ICASSP. They increase and diversify the audience and allow ICASSP to broaden its appeal to communities beyond signal processing. So this is a very strong start, very encouraging actually, and we hope that it will continue and improve at future ICASSPs. Actually, I think it should continue if we want the Signal Processing Society to grow further. We're all excited that the SPS 75th anniversary coincided with this year's ICASSP, and this will be celebrated and enjoyed through many activities, including history activities such as the panel on the origins of digital signal processing, also the panel by the recipients of Norbert Wiener Society Awards on the past, present, and future of signal processing. In addition, anniversary interviews, The focal point will be the SPS 75th Anniversary Lounge. This will be the social hub of SPS and the 75th anniversary activities, including an interactive photo booth, a live mosaic, society information through brochures, history activities, greetings and meetings with all the new friends, and many other opportunities. The recognition of excellence at this ICASSP includes the standard Best Paper Award, in addition 6 Student Best Paper Awards. We also continue for second year the awards to outstanding reviewers, and as a first-time initiative, this ICASSP inaugurates awards, recognition awards, to all top 3% ranked papers. You might have seen already the tweets about them. In addition, at the Entrepreneurship Forum, there were given 3 awards to startups, best startups. We're also excited and proud to offer a great variety of social events, starting with a low-complexity mini-marathon that took place on Sunday evening at the Moat in the Old Town. And those of you who have joined it, they liked it very much. It was actually a great, energetic start for ICASSP. And last night's welcome reception was also a nice event. A big crowd, nice atmosphere, colorful ambience, food, drinks, and music, and actually lots of dancing toward the end of it, until midnight, I've heard. Tonight we have the open air fair downtown at the harbor, which is a traditional open air party with music, dancing, and tasting of local food delicacies from the island of Rhodes. Tomorrow we have the banquet dinner, and on Friday night there is an open air concert with famous Greek musicians downtown, and the Mikis Theodorakis Orchestra. So we hope that you will all enjoy them. For the ICASSP participants' convenience, we're also offering free public transportation on city buses with conference badge, also a daily transport from town to the hotel and back during Tuesday to Friday. Tonight, Tuesday, there will be multiple buses starting at 6 p.m. and transporting participants from the venue to the Panigiri, the open air fair. And there are daily circular buses between Rhodes Palace and Sheraton, as well as between Rhodes Palace and Rhodes Town every 30 minutes. Well, in addition to the sponsorship by IEEE and SPS, we're very glad to have ICASSP supported by a long list of industry patrons, ranging from Diamond Plus patrons to Diamond, Platinum, Gold, Silver, Bronze, and exhibitors. They will be very glad to talk with you when you visit their exhibition booths. The conference is under the auspices of the region of the South Aegean Islands and the municipality of Rhodes, both of which have been extremely supportive in many aspects of the local organization and provided generous in-kind sponsorship. We also have many other supporters from Greece, including Greek universities. So our wholehearted thanks to all our sponsors and supporters. The organization of ICASSP, this ICASSP, has been a 5-year-long journey which has become a marathon during the last year. So I was fortunate to have as co-travelers with me Kostas Berberidis and Petros Boufounos, who have been helping with daily devotion, hard work and creativity from the very start, the initial proposal and the design of the technical program, to its many phases and presentations, its excruciating organization details, and its final execution here. They have been actually my left hand and my right hand. Our technical program chairs, Sri Narayanan, Kostas Kotropoulos, Ken Ma, and Athina Petropoulou, they have been very dedicated, enthusiastic, hardworking to develop a very strong, comprehensive technical program with more than 300 sessions, complemented by many other technical events. And the hard work of the technical program chairs in collaboration with the general co-chairs is impressive given the fact that this ICASSP has introduced many new initiatives and there is a huge increase in the paper submission. Also, our satellite was a breakthrough initiative. 18 accepted workshops. They demanded for many months daily coordination and dedication offered by Makis Potanianos, the workshops coordinator. My huge thanks to all the above colleagues, although the words cannot express my gratitude and appreciation. As you can imagine, such a big undertaking as this year's ICASSP requires a very big organization, and actually on this slide you see that we have a very large organizing committee covering many subcommittees and many themes, an advisory board as well. There's unfortunately no time during this opening to name everyone, but they all did lots of hard work for the conference, and we sincerely appreciate their efforts and their contributions. So many wholehearted thanks to all our colleagues in the organizing committee. Thank you very much. All the technical committees, they had to cope with a large increase in the paper submission, the need for extra reviewers, the new paper management system, the new initiatives in the reviewer selection and the author rebuttal process, the selection of the top 3 ranked papers. So clearly, this was a lot of work. So many, many thanks to all the technical committees. Now, the family of our organizing team has had fathers and children. It also has one mother, Martina Gika, our professional conference organizer. And there are no words to express our gratitude for her extreme devotion, hard work, enthusiasm, and resourcefulness. She took good care of the local organization. Many thanks also to her great supporting team, Poppy, Stamatis, and George. Many thanks also to Despina for her secretarial help to the organizing committee. We're also very lucky to have with us 53 local volunteers who are students at Greek universities. They are very dedicated, enthusiastic, and they're here to help the conference in many aspects. We have had great and plentiful organizational support by many other groups of people. First, the Signal Processing Society, who contributed significant work and help in all aspects of conference planning and administration. We greatly appreciate the support of the conference board and the Board of Governors and all of the SPS staff who worked on this ICASSP. Thank you. Thanks also to Conference Catalyst for the paper handling, registration system, the SPS meeting management, and the virtual platform. And thanks to the association services for the sponsor support. Many thanks to all these groups of people, and special thanks to Caroline, Nicole, and Brianna. Rhodes Palace and its convention services have been extremely helpful and experienced to support ICASSP and flexible enough to accommodate the many changes required for handling this huge influx of participants. Thank you very much, Rhodes Palas. Also, many thanks to the local providers, Expo System, Margaritidis Audiovisual, Travel Exchange, and University Press. Well, we have prepared, I hope, a great conference for all of you. We hope you enjoy the conference and the island. Thank you for your participation. And now, I have saved a few concluding remarks for the end. But for now, I would like to introduce you to Athina Petropoulou, the President of the Signal Processing Society, to present the state of the Society, followed by the award ceremony.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Athina Petropoulou, President of the IEEE Signal Processing Society. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to ICASSP 2023 and to Rhodes. On behalf of the Signal Processing Society, I would like to thank the General Chair, Petros Maragos, and the co-chairs, Kostas Ververidis and Petros Boufounos, for organizing this unprecedented ICASSP. They put tremendous effort, and they were very resourceful and creative to accommodate this huge crowd. ICASSP 2023 has over 4,000 registered attendees, and over 3,500 of those will be here in Rhodes. 40% of those are first-time ICASSP attendees. So on my way to Rhodes a couple of days ago at the Athens airport, as I walked to the gate, I saw a big crowd of people. I didn't recognize anybody, but somehow they all looked familiar. The way they moved, the way they were dressed, the way they spoke, or better, the way they just stayed in silence. It didn't take long to realize that they were all members of the signal processing family. And they have come from far away to meet the rest of the family here in Rhodes. A special warm welcome to those new attendees. We hope that you will enjoy ICASSP and that you will decide to make the Signal Processing Society your professional home. So signal processing is the science behind our digital lives. DSP has played a crucial role in many technologies that we rely upon today. Wireless communications, speech and audio recognition, medical imaging, radar, autonomous systems, data science. The IEEE Signal Processing Society is the main venue for professionals and scientists interested in signal processing. It has more than 19,000 members across the world. And through high-quality publications, conferences, technical and education activities, it advances and disseminates state-of-art information. It educates the signal processing community, and by bringing people together, it catalyzes advances in signal processing. This year, we celebrate the 75 years of IEEE Signal Processing Society. So let me give you a brief of history of how signal processing evolved in the recent past and how the Signal Processing Society empowered the growth of signal processing. So it all started with the invention of the integrated circuit during the decades of 40s, 50s, and 60s. Signal processing needs fast computers and a lot of memory. So the integrated circuit played a big role in accelerating the development of digital computers. Another highlight was the invention of the FFT that reduced complexity of spectral analysis. Speech processing was a driving force behind signal processing developments at those times. During those decades, we had the first book on DSP by Golden Raider. In 1948, the professional group on audio of the Institute of Radio Engineers is born, setting the stage of what we know today as IEEE societies. So speech processing has been the main topic of the activity up to that point. In 1970, DSP received a lot of public attention. Landmark book by Oppenheim and Schaefer and Rabiner and Gold appeared. We're very honored to have both Schaefer and Oppenheim in these conferences with us. In 1976, the society was named IEEE Acoustic Speech and Signal Processing Society, reflecting the society's expanding scope beyond audio processing to include signal processing in a broader sense. The first ICASSP was held in Philadelphia in 1976. The 1980s were marked by steady growth and widening scope. A lot of activity in digital communications, data storage, digital image processing received a lot of attention. Wavelets appeared in the scene, along with the first CDs, offering a new digital format for storing and playing music. The ICASSP journals and conferences were hub of activity in all these areas. Key results on wavelets first appeared in SPS journals and conferences. In 1989, the ICASSP Society changed its name to Signal Processing Society due to the growth of the field of image processing. The 1990s saw a lot of activity in the proliferation of personal computers, mobile phones, digital cameras emerged. The World Wide Web revolutionized the way people access and share information online. The SPS addressed the rapidly growing field of image processing by establishing ICASSP, the second largest conference, and several new publications like the Transactions on Image Processing, Transactions on Multimedia, and so on. The 2000s is the decade of cloud computing, the decade of AI becoming more prevalent with applications in speech recognition and image recognition. Sensor networks receive a lot of attention, leading to a burst of research in distributed and decentralized information processing and optimization. Compressed sensing emerged during that decade, with key papers appearing in SPS conferences and journals. Compressed sensing saw a lot of applications, more prominently made a big difference in MRI images. It enabled reduced scan time and improved resolution of MRI images. The decade of 2010s is the decade of the smartphones, of 4G networks, making it possible to access high-speed internet on mobile devices. The decade of the Internet of Things, the development of self-driving cars. Graph-based data proliferated, initiating a new area in signal processing, graph signal processing. AI technology continued to progress. The SPS established a special interest group in big data, IoT, and computational imaging. Also, several new publications to reflect the emerging areas. It also, during that decade, a lot of member benefits were introduced, like the Students and Young Professionals Committee, the IEEE Foundation Student and Young Professional Fund, Women in Signal Processing Groups, SIGView and SIGBoard, several visibility initiatives, a large number of videos were posted on the SPS YouTube channel explaining the various areas of signal processing. During that decade, the election of the president of the Signal Processing Society was opened up to all members of the society. Up to that point, it was only the Board of Governors that voted for the president. The decade of the 2020s is still new. Started with a COVID-19 pandemic that caused a lot of pain, but also increased the demand for digital services, video conferencing, online learning, digital health, creating new opportunities for signal processing. We saw the deployment of 5G networks, AI applications such as deep learning and natural language processing are being used everywhere. There's a lot of interest in autonomous systems and data science. The SPS has now two initiatives, megatrend initiatives, the Autonomous Systems Initiative and the Data Sciences Initiative. SPS publications and conferences continue to exploit a priori information about structure in problems and data, connections to physical applications, which can help the accuracy and insight gains from the data analysis and lead to better decision-making and problem-solving. DSI has launched a very successful webinar on brain research and graph signal processing. We have a technical working group on industry, integrated sensing and communications, and synthetic aperture. With the creation of the synthetic aperture technical working group, SPS is now involved in the development of standards. We offer education-oriented courses. At ICASSP, we have an entrepreneurship forum. We are committed to diversity and inclusion. We have launched a new member benefit, the SPS Scholarship Program. And we are considering ethical issues related to technology and its effect on humans and the environment. To expand on some of these initiatives, we are offering education-oriented short courses here at ICASSP. This is happening this week. It's not too late to sign up. Those are 10 hours long courses in 3 sessions, starting from Tuesday through Friday. They provide an in-depth exposure to the topic areas, and at the end, they provide professional certificates upon completion of a course and a quiz. We would like to thank the ICASSP Education Program Chairs and also the SPS Education Board for putting together these excellent courses. Yesterday, we had the second SPS Entrepreneurship Forum. Signal Processing Society is training a new generation of signal processing entrepreneurs. It provides a way for signal processing research to affect real-life problems. Yesterday's event was a vibrant, very enthusiastic event. It provided education talks, sharing of entrepreneurship journeys, a forum for pitching ideas. There was a pitch competition. Would like to thank the chairs of the Entrepreneurship Forum and all the speakers and panelists. The sessions will be offered on demand for SPS members in the SPS Resource Center. SPS is committed to promoting diversity and inclusion. So the Progress workshop that does exactly that was held on June 4th. This workshop addresses a specific area of diversity that has to do with diversity in academia. Like many countries around the world have managed to increase the number of female and underrepresented minority students in their programs, in electrical engineering programs. graduate and undergraduate, but still the number of female and underrepresented faculty remains very slow. And we need to change that because this affects academic research and it affects the type of education that the students get. So this workshop focuses on motivating and preparing women and underrepresented minorities to pursue academic careers. I would like to thank the Progress chairs, the local chairs, and the members, the Progress committee chairs for putting this event together. The SPS scholarship is new. It started this year. It provides up to $7,000 over 3 years for a student, graduate or undergraduate, who want to pursue education in signal processing. We're accepting submissions through June 30th. Now, for those who are not members of the Signal Processing Society yet, there are several benefits for members. First, you have access to cutting-edge research. You get the Signal Processing magazine, which is an award-winning magazine that provides exposure to cutting-edge topics in a simple language that allows somebody to enter the field. It gives discounts on SPS conferences, provides networking events. There is a scholarship program that I mentioned. So somebody can build a network, receive recognition for their work, and amplify signal processing research, mission, and initiatives by being a Signal Processing Society member. Members can become volunteers and join the network of over 1,000 volunteers. And in this way, make their mark across society activities. There are various boards, technical activities, board membership, publications, conferences, education, awards, where somebody can serve. Now, this year is the 70th anniversary of ICASSP, and several activities have been planned. Several are going on here at ICASSP. You can visit the 75th anniversary lounge during this week. And there are various activities, a photo booth, a live mosaic. You can meet and greet signal processing leaders. We were hoping to have the Signal Processing magazine issue, the June issue, devoted to the anniversary. We don't have it, but the editor-in-chief gave me the cover page. It looks like this, so hopefully we will have it soon. It has very interesting articles about the history of signal processing and the Signal Processing Society. There's going to be a cutting cake ceremony tomorrow. We hope to see you all there. Oh, I think I skipped a page. Sorry, I missed I'm missing a page of the Executive Committee. I would like to thank the Executive Committee for me, you, the Vice President, the President-elect, Mark Moonen, the VP Publications, Ale-Jan van der Veen, the VP Technical Directions. Who else am I missing? Roxana, for VP Education. Did I miss anybody else? Sorry, but I said Ale-Jan. And also the KVS Hari and Sri Narayanan, whose term ended last year. Don't know how this slide got deleted. Sorry about that. And also I'd like to thank the Signal Processing Society staff, Rich Bazale, Teresa Geropoulos, Caroline Johnson, and William Colaccio, and their staff for keeping the society financially sound and helping volunteers implement their ideas. So I hope you stay connected, follow us in social media, and I hope you enjoy your time at ICASSP. Thank you. So next, we're going to do the award ceremony, and I'd like to introduce Dr. Sergios Theodoridis, who is the awards board chair.
Thank you, Athena. I'm not going to use computer, you see. I'm going to use... Good morning, everybody. Hello, friends, colleagues, and collaborators. I would like to welcome all you to the 2023 IEEE Signal Processing Award ceremony. My name is Sergios Theodoridis, and I am the chair of the awards board of the IEEE Signal Processing Society. Thank you for joining us in honoring and celebrating the contributions of several of our colleagues across all the diverse fields of signal processing. To start, please help me in welcoming Saifur Rahman, the 2023 IEEE President, to the stage to present the IEEE Lever Awards.
Good morning. I learned a lot about SPS today. I was president of PES, Power Energy. You talk with the SPS guys, but a lot of things have happened in the last 5-6 years. So first of all, it's my honor to be here in front of you to attend your ICASSP meeting and hand over the 2 very special awards, field awards of IEEE. This is very special because we recognize these individuals come from all over the world. First of all, start with the IEEE 2023 James L. Flanagan Speech and Audio Award. Recognizes outstanding contribution to the advancement of speech and/or audio signal processing, audio, not video. It's my pleasure to recognize Life Fellow Alexander Weibel for pioneering contributions to spoken language translation and supporting technologies. I appreciate, I go to China, I don't speak Chinese. I use the translator to cab driver who had to take me, it really works. Professor Weibel is a professor at both Carnegie Mellon University, Pittsburgh, and Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, Karlsruhe, Germany. He's also a member of the German National Academy of Sciences. Professor Weibel's work has led to development of spoken language translation systems that have fundamentally changed how people are able to communicate with each other across language barrier. He has made pioneering contributions to better human communication of multilingual and multimodal processing. His work has considerable effect on society and technology through widespread deployment of many startup companies he has built. Scientifically, his most visible work is TDNN, or the first convolutional neural net and neural approaches to multilingual and multimodal interfaces. He has had broad impact on modern communication through his frequent transfer of academic results to real deployments in government and humanitarian missions. And through more than 11 startups he has started, he told me he has more than 11, those are non-technical, like real estate. One startup, GBGo, created first speech translator on iPhone and Android, acquired by Facebook, and is now Facebook's core language tech. His startup, Kites, was acquired by Zoom and is technology now fundamental with the Zoom service that enables communication for everyone. On behalf of IEEE Board of Directors, my pleasure to recognize and share my sincere congratulations to Professor Weibel and also Life Fellow IEEE, the recipient of the 2023 James Flanagan Speech and Audio Processing Award. Professor Weibel, come to the stage, please. Athena? You want to join us, Athena? Please come. In the middle,
Thank you very much to IEEE and President Rahman on behalf of IEEE. It is obviously a huge honor and humbling to be awarded this wonderful recognition. It is in some sense reminiscent. I'd like to also thank the nominators who nominated me, in particular Herman Nai and Satoshi Nakamura, who have been partners in this adventure for many, many years. But I remember also Jim Flanagan, after which this award is named. Flanagan was a pioneer in our field who combined science with practical use. And it is something that was inspirational for many of us, or particularly me, to say doing science is wonderful, but bringing it to the real world so that real people can touch it and that their lives is really touched by our technology is even an extra privilege, because we can have the power and we have the opportunity to change the world for the better. For me, this is never more relevant than now, where we have all this discussion, where AI is in every newspaper you open up. It's this discussion between something that is fundamentally fantastic and fundamentally evil that we need to guard against, and we're in this debate, in this discussion. We as technologists have the ability and the chance to really make sure it falls on the good side. We need to be ahead of the regulators to come up with technical advances and methods that make it applicable to good uses. For me, this has been the dream of making a barrier-free world. Our world is separated by language, and creating language technology that can really bridge that gap so that everyone on the planet can communicate with everyone else has been a dream that for me has started in 1977 when I proposed to my advisor at MIT at the time that I wanted to build such a thing. In 77, there was no internet, there was no email, there was no iPhone, and there was no Google, and there were certainly no functioning speech recognition or machine translation, so it was a crazy dream. Fortunately, he was polite and said, yes, yes, Alex, go back and work on speech synthesis, which was the big project at MIT at the time. But it gave us the first chance to really work on this. Language technology. We can really make this happen. We were still doing punch cards and printouts on very underpowered computers. But the dream was there, and the potential was there, and a world without barriers certainly was there. A world with barriers was there that we wanted to overcome. And so I went at it and continued my work in many institutions. I was extremely lucky to work with colleagues that really filled these different points. MIT, we had the opportunity to work on text-to-speech synthesis. Carnegie Mellon, the first speech recognizers. ATR in Japan opened a laboratory where machine translation was being taken seriously again, and I had a chance to work on neural networks in 86 and 87, which is when we were called neural nuts. It was more considered a cult than a scientific activity, but here we are today with this technology that really works surprisingly well and has taken over everything. I should mention KIT, the other university where I have a chance to develop much of the work that we then had built later. We built companies along the way, and this is of course always a struggle to try to somehow do the science on one side and on the other side try to get funding for your little companies. 10 in total, and the last one where we really had this vision accomplished, last two I should say, one where we have a handheld translator, the Jibigo translator, and a simultaneous interpretation system which we deployed for the first time at a university ever at KIT for foreign students, because foreign students don't like to learn German, and German is really hard to learn. And so we had a chance to provide them with a technical tool to overcome that difficulty. And it's still running today. In 2021, Zoom took over this startup company that we started, and now through Zoom you can get subtitles and subtitle translation in 30 languages of the world and connect the entire planet in this way. It's so pleasing and wonderful to see that what we do in fact actually is useful to people and brings us closer to each other. Now, how do you sustain this? If you say 77, how do you sustain this for 45 years? a dream. It's hard because your funding cycles on your standard average grant are at most 3 years, maybe even 2 or 1. So you have to lie through your teeth to your sponsor, promising something that will be accomplished in 3 years when it really takes 40. But I would, in my defense, argue that it wasn't a lie, but it was blissful ignorance how hard the problem would be. And sure enough, we continued with wonderful funding from NSF, DARPA, EU, BMBF in Germany, DFG, and many others that provided our support. We also like to need a community to do this and sustain this. So I'd like to acknowledge these great friends and colleagues with whom we collaborated, sometimes debated, sometimes strongly disagreed. In the early days of machine translation and speech recognition, people thought it could all be done by rule-based, and we said, no, we need machine learning. And that was a struggle, and many others of this kind as well. There's, of course, rivalries. Sometimes we don't get along. But in total, what would we do without our friends and colleagues and our collaborators? And friends. Friends are crucially important, because without friends, life is unbearable, and particularly if we have crazy dreams. Graduate students, I acknowledge the many graduate students. It would be impossible to do without them. I've done only a small part of all of this. They did most of the work. And then when you operate in 4 different countries, that means a lot of travel, a lot of time away from home. So I'd like to acknowledge my wife, who's sitting right here, who patiently endured 40 years of travel, 30 years. She jokes that it wasn't so bad because we were only together 15 years, half of that, because I was always away. So again, thank you also to her and for the patience of all of our friends and family that support all this. Thank you very much for this honor.
Now the next award, somebody I know very well for a long time. We're giving this IEEE 2023 Foodie Award for Signal Processing, which recognizes outstanding contribution to advancement of signal processing other than areas of speech and audio processing. My pleasure to recognize IEEE Life Fellow, Rabab Credier Award for outstanding contributions to advancing signal processing techniques and their practical applications and for technical leadership. Dr. Ward is a professor emeritus at the University of British Columbia in Canada. Her career includes many firsts. Her research has focused on finding solutions to real-world problems through innovative signal processing techniques. Among the many accomplishments, she developed a system that determines the stress level of babies from their cry signal of babies to help nurses and deaf parents what they're trying to say. Dr. Ward created a method of detecting cancer malignancy from mammogram earlier than known before, a quick advance in fight against cancer. Dr. Ward pioneered self-paced brain-computer interfaces that analyze EEG signals collected by non-invasive head surface electrodes and created a signal processing algorithms that shorten the time spent in MRI machines. She has exceedingly successful design and executing transformative research, as well as supporting other researchers at all levels of their careers. Dr. Ward is dedicated to scholarship that has great societal impact, and her work in various areas, including, but not limited to, image and video processing, biomedical technology, multimedia, and some most important developments in their respective fields. We have IEEE Board of Directors. My pleasure to recognize my colleague, IEEE Life Fellow, Dr. Rabab Credier Award, as the recipient of the 2023 Foodie Award for Signal Processing. Call her to the stage. While she's coming up, I shall point out, I have given many such awards before, and always I met the awardee like Dr. Alexander on the occasion today. In this case, I know her for at least 5 years, so she's an old friend. Please, come on in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very, very much. This is very emotional for me because this society has been a home to me, and I have all these friends, and so it is a heartfelt thank you to everybody and to the committees. Signal processing, I have been blessed to be working in this field. Actually, I got my PhD in 1972. When I got my PhD, I hardly heard of signal processing. And then for 9 years, I could not get a university job. At that time, it was very hard for women. And then in 1981, when I got a university job, my field, which was more in control and systems theory, was getting difficult and kind of not as exciting. So I switched and studied signal processing and image processing. And I think that has been wonderful for me because there are so many applications where signal processing can do wonders and help people and society. So again, I want to thank you all for giving me this award.
Signal processing is at the heart of our digital lives, enabling and empowering the world around us. While signal processing and data science are largely invisible, they are embedded in countless applications and are pervasive in the technology we interact with and rely on every day. Smartphones, home assistants, streaming videos and gaming, autonomous vehicles, and medical imaging are just a few examples of how signal processing surrounds us and transforms data into usable solutions that keep us connected, safe, and healthy. The IEEE Signal Processing Society is the technical home for signal processing researchers and practitioners, visionaries and future leaders, spanning a diverse range of technical expertise and industries. Our global community of members and volunteers is the pulse of signal processing and data science research and activities, and today we are here together to honor and to recognize just a few of these people. The first awards to be presented are the Society's major awards. The most prestigious award bestowed by the Society, the IEEE Signal Processing Norbert Wiener Society Award, honors outstanding technical contributions in a field within the scope of the Society and outstanding leadership in that field. It is my honor this year to present the Norbert Wiener Society Award to Richard Baraniuk for fundamental contributions to sparsity-based signal processing and pioneering broad dissemination of open educational resources. The catalyst for the existence of the IEEE Signal Processing Society is the technology we all share as the basis of our careers, our efforts, and our achievements. Therefore, the IEEE Signal Processing Society Claude Shannon Harry Nyquist Technical Achievement Award is of superior significance. This year, the Society recognizes the technical excellence of both Nicholas Sidiropoulos for exemplary contributions to tensor decomposition, beamforming, and spectral analysis, and Arnold Lee Swinhurst for contributions to multi-user and multi-antenna communications and sensor array signal processing. The Signal Processing Society Carl Friedrich Gauss Educational Award honors educators who have made pioneering and significant contributions to signal processing education based on a career of meritorious achievement in signal processing education. This year, the Society recognizes Vincent Poole for outstanding contributions to education and mentoring in statistical signal processing and wireless communications. The Leo Beranek Meritorious Service Award recognizes dedication, effort, and contributions to the society. This year, the recipients are Ahmed Tufik and Tulaya Dali, each separately receiving the award for exemplary service to and leadership in the Signal Processing Society. The Amar Bose Industrial Leader Award recognizes an industry, business, or technical leader whose leadership has resulted in major and outstanding advances or new directions using signal processing technologies within the scope of the society. The award is for executive leadership resulting in major advances and new directions using signal processing in a business area. The recipient to receive the Amar Bose Industrial Leader Award is Su Dong Kwak for contributions to speech recognition and industrial leadership in artificial intelligence. The Industrial Innovation Award recognizes an individual or team at any level who were industry employees whose technical contributions have resulted in significant advances using signal processing technologies within the scope of the society. The Industrial Innovation Award is represented this year to Ivan Tashev for outstanding contributions to microphone array and speech enhancement systems. The Pierre Simon Laplace Early Career Technical Achievement Award honors an individual who, over a period of years in their early career, has made significant technical contributions to the theory and/or practice in technical areas within the scope of the society, as demonstrated by publications, patents, or recognized impact on the field. The recipient of the Pierre Simon Laplace Early Career Technical Achievement Award is Ming-Yi Hong for contributions to non-convex distributed and learning-based optimization for signal processing. The next awards to be presented are the Society's Achievement Awards. The Best PhD Dissertation Award recognizes PhD relevant work in signal processing while stimulating further research in the field. The recipients of the Best PhD Dissertation Award are Elvin Isufi for the PhD dissertation titled Graph Time Signal Processing, Filtering and Sampling Strategies, and Guithu Joseph for the PhD dissertation titled Linear Dynamical Systems with Sparsity Constraints, Theory and Algorithms. The next award being presented is the IEEE Signal Processing Society Meritorious Regional Chapter Service Award. The Meritorious Regional Chapter Service Award shall honor the outstanding contributions of any member of the Society to regional activities of the Signal Processing Society. Judging shall be based on dedication, effort, and contributions made to activities aimed at promoting the technical and educational activities of the Signal Processing Society in one specific region or chapter, as well as its local membership participation. The Meritorious Regional Chapter Service Award is being awarded to Sharath S. for leadership and outstanding contributions as a volunteer and mentor at section and regional levels. The next awards to be presented are the Society's Paper Awards. This year, 6 Best Paper Awards are being presented, honoring the authors of papers of exceptional merit, dealing with topics related to the Society's technical scope and appearing in one of the Society's transactions. The first award goes to Morten Kolberg, Dong Yu, Zhenghua Tan, and Jesper Jessen for their paper Multi-Toker Speed Separation with Utterance Level Permutation Invariant Training of Deep Recurrent Neural Networks, published in the IEEE ACM Transactions on Audio, Speech, and Language Processing, October 2017. Our next paper award goes to Haoran San, Xiangyi Chen, Xinjiang Shi, Ming-Yi Hong, Xiao Fu, and Nicholas Sidiropoulos for their paper, Learning to Optimize Training Deep Neural Networks for Interference Management, published in the IEEE Transactions of Signal Processing, October 2018. Our next award recognizes Fernando Gama, Juan Bruna, and Alessandro Ribeiro for their paper Stability Properties of Graph Neural Networks, published in the IEEE Transactions on Signal Processing, September 2020. Our next award recognizes Stanley Shan, Shirang Wang, and Omar Elgendi for their paper Plug and Play ADMM for Image Restoration, Fixed Point Convergence and Applications, published in the IEEE Transactions on Computational Imaging, January 2017. The next award recognizes David Suman, Pierre van der Geest, Daniel Kressner, and Pascal Frossard for their paper Distributed Signal Processing via Chebyshev Polynomial Approximation, published in the IEEE Transactions on Signal and Information Processing over Networks, December 2018. The last Best Paper Award goes to Kang Wei, Zhong Li, Ming Ding, Xuan Ma, Howard Yang, Faroki Farhad, Xin Xin, Tony Kwek, and Vincent Pu for their paper Federated Learning with Differential Privacy, Algorithms and Performance Analysis, published in the IEEE Transactions on Information Forensics and Security, April 2020. The next award being presented is the Donald Fink Overview Paper Award, which honors the authors of a journal article of broad interest that has had substantial impact over several years on a subject related to the society's technical scope. This year, the recipients are Nicholas Sidiropoulos, Lieven de la Fauer, Xiao Fu, Kezhong Huang, Evangelos Papalexakis, and Christos Falouchos for their paper Tensor Decomposition for Signal Processing and Machine Learning, published in the IEEE Transactions of Signal Processing, July 2017. The next award being presented is the IEEE Signal Processing Letters Best Paper Award, honoring the authors of a letter article of exceptional merit and broad interest on a subject related to the society's technical scope and appearing in the IEEE Signal Processing Letters. This award is being presented to Lorenzo Evangelista for the paper Frequency Shift Chip Modulation, the LoRa Modulation, published in the IEEE Signal Processing Letters, December 2017. The next award being presented is the IEEE Signal Processing Magazine Best Column Award that honors the authors of a column of exceptional merit and broad interest on a subject related to the society's technical scope. The award is being presented to Dong Yu and Li Deng for their paper Deep Learning and its Applications to Signal and Information Processing, Explanatory DSP, published in the IEEE Signal Processing Magazine, January 2011. The next award being presented is the IEEE Signal Processing Magazine Best Paper Award, which honors the authors of a paper of exceptional merit and broad interest on a subject related to the society's technical scope appearing in the magazine. This year, the IEEE Signal Processing Magazine Best Paper Award goes to Jeffrey Hinton, Lee Deng, Dong Yu, George Dahl, Abdel Rahman Mohammed, Navdeep Jaitli, Andrew Sr., Vincent Van Hook, Patrick Nguyen, Tara Sainath, and Brian Kingsbury. For their paper, Deep Neural Networks for Acoustic Modeling in Speech Recognition, the shared views of 4 research groups, published in the IEEE Signal Processing Magazine, November 2012. The next award being presented is the Sustained Impact Paper Award, which honors the authors of a journal article of broad interest that has had sustained impact over many years on a subject related to the society's technical scope. The recipients are Petre Stoica and Ari Nehorai. For their paper, Music, Maximum Likelihood, and Kramerau Bound, published in the IEEE Transactions on Acoustics, Speech, and Signal Processing, May 1989. The next award being presented is the Young Author Best Paper Award that honors the authors of an especially meritorious paper who is less than 30 years of age at the time of publication of the paper. This year, there are 2 such awards. Our first award goes to Ashutosh Panti for the paper co-authored with Deliang Wang titled A New Framework for CNN-Based Speech Enhancement in the Time Domain, published in the IEEE ACM Transactions on Audio, Speech, and Language Processing, July 2019. Our next award goes to Xiaxiang Kong and Turab Iqbal for the paper co-authored with Yi-In Cao, Yuquan Wang, Wenwu Wang, and Mark Plumley, PANNS, Large-Scale Pre-trained Audio Neural Networks for Audio Pattern Recognition, published in the IEEE ACM Transactions on Audio, Speech, and Language Processing, October 2020. Congratulations to all of our paper award winners. Our next award being presented is the IEEE Signal Processing Society Chapter of the Year Award, which is presented to a chapter that has provided their membership with the highest quality programs, activities, and services. The winning chapter is also invited to publish an article in the IEEE Inside Signal Processing e-newsletter. The chapter to receive this award is the IEEE Signal Processing Society Boston chapter for providing its memberships with programs, activities, and services of the highest quality. The next presentation to be made is very special and is the IEEE Jack Kilby Signal Processing Medal, which is presented by IEEE within the IEEE Medals and Awards ceremony. However, it has been the practice of the medals founding society, the IEEE Signal Processing Society, to present a special commemorative plaque from the society to the Kilby Medal recipient. This year, the recipient of the 2023 IEEE Jack Kilby Signal Processing Medal is José Moura for contributions to theory and practice of statistical graph and distributed signal processing. The Society's Distinguished Lecturer Program provides means for chapters to have access to individuals who are well-known educators and authors in the field of signal processing to lecture at chapter meetings. By formalizing this process, it is meant to enable chapters to energize their local communities with dynamic signal processing content and generate interest by expanding the chapter's access to network with well-respected leaders in the field. This year, the Society is recognizing its 2023 class of distinguished lecturers, who are Nancy Chen, Wun Seng-gan, Danilo Madic, Gesualdo Scultari, and Gordon Wetstein. The Society's Distinguished Industry Speaker program provides means for chapters to have access to individuals who are recognized experts with a background in industry applications in the signal processing area and are well versed in the ongoing issues activities in industry. The goal of the Distinguished Industry Speakers program is to educate and interact with society members about topics that are of primary importance to industry and the signal processing community at large. This year, the Society is recognizing its 2023 class of distinguished industry speakers, who are Jacob Poidis, Linda Moore, Ruhi Sarikava, Ivan Tashev, and Yan Ye. Today, we also recognize those individuals who are members of the IEEE Signal Processing Society and who have been elevated to IEEE Fellow as of January 1st, 2023. In 2023, IEEE elevated 44 Signal Processing Society members to Fellow. Farhan Bakai, for contributions in leadership in digital camera image processing. Alfred Brookstein, for contributions to signal representation and swarm robotics. Carlos Busso, for contributions to speech and multimodal affective signal processing and their technology applications. Patricio Cabisi, for contributions to the development of biometrics. Konstantin Karamanis, for contributions to robust statistics and optimization in high dimensions. Chung Hui Chang, for contributions to distributed optimization methods and their applications in signal processing and wireless communications. Simeon Giaginotas, for contributions to pre-coding technologies for multiple antennas. USZ Chi, for contributions to statistical signal processing with low dimensional structures. Harpy E. Dillon, for contributions to heterogeneous cellular networks. Ayam Elbaz, for contributions to artificial intelligence in medicine. Peter Gerstoft, for contributions to environmental signal processing and geoacoustic array processing. Marios Kontouris, for contributions to optimization and multi-antenna techniques in heterogeneous wireless networks. Zhenguo Li, for contributions to video encoding and streaming optimization and edge preserving filters. Wei Liu, for contributions to large-scale machine learning and multimedia intelligence. Mikhail Matveu, for contributions to fundamental research and practical implementation of massive MIBO. Gerald Mudge, for contributions to signal processing for communications in non-stationary environments. Florian Metz, for contributions to end-to-end training of speech recognition systems. Chunyan Miao, for contributions to multimodal signal processing and AI technologies for aging at home and population health. Ralph Rainer Müller for contributions to the design and analysis of large multi-antenna and multiple access systems. Chandra Murthy for contributions to Bayesian sparse signal recovery and energy harvesting communications. Kazuhiro Nakadai for contributions to robot audition and computational auditory scene analysis. Prem Kumar Natarajan for contributions to conversational AI systems, spoken language translation, and home voice assistant systems. Hideki Ochiai for contributions to power and spectral efficient wireless communications. John Pauli for contributions to data acquisition and image reconstruction methods for magnetic resonance imaging. Michael Pauli for leadership in multimedia chipset architectures and mobile camera technologies. Daniel Povey for contributions to acoustic modeling for speech recognition. James Prezik for contributions to underwater acoustic communication channel modeling, signal processing, and performance prediction. Miguel Raul Rodriguez for contributions to multimodal data processing and foundations of reliable and secure communications. Stephanie Sukers for contributions in biometric recognition systems. Gonzalo Seco Granados for contributions to signal processing for global navigation satellite systems and 5G localization systems. Anthony Manchonso for contributions to optimization in signal processing and communications. Hao Bing Song for contributions to big data analytics and integration of AI with Internet of Things. Sang Ho Su for contributions to interference management and distributed storage codes. Olaf Pirkkonen for contributions in the theory and practice of wireless communications technology and standards. Xiao Yu Wang for contributions to video analysis technologies for embedded systems. Xing Wang for outstanding contributions to wireless localization and dynamic resource allocation in broadband mobile networks. Shinji Watanabe for contributions to speech recognition technology. Stefan Werner for contributions to in-band full duplex wireless communication systems and selective data reuse online learning. Jason Williams for contributions to the theory and practice of machine learning-based spoken dialogue systems. Brent Goldberg for contributions to computational imaging and sparse representations. Sui Yu for contributions to cybersecurity and privacy. Yao Zhao for contributions to image video analysis and multimedia content protection. Yongxing Zhu for contributions to MIMO beamforming codebooks and smart spectrum access in wireless networks. Zheng Qin Zhong for contributions to machine translation and natural language processing.
There are a few more awards to be presented. The Conference Best Paper Award for Industry, which is an IEEE Signal Processing Level Award, recognizes authors of an ICP, ICIP and ICASSP paper of exceptional industrial merit and industrial impact dealing with a subject related to the society's technical scope. To be eligible for consideration, the paper must have been submitted to either ICASSP or ICIP. Congratulations to Sebastian Evert, Daniel Stoller, and Simone Durand on being selected as the recipients of the ICASSP 2023 Conference Best Paper Award for Industry for their paper titled Contrastive Learning-Based Audio to Lyrics Alignment for Multiple Languages. The IEEE Ganesh Ramaswamy Memorial Student Grant is the next award to be presented. The Ganesh Ramaswamy Memorial Student Grant Fund is sponsored by IABM and honors the memory of the former member and IABM employee who died in 2008. Ramaswamy was a manager of the Conversational Biometrics Group in the Human Language Technologies Department of the IBM at Thomas Watson Research Center in Yorktown Heights. He was a member of the IEEE Speech and Language Technical Committee. Candidates must be pursuing a degree at a university. The fund will support the recognition of an outstanding paper by a student in the technical area of speech and language recognition. The Ganesh Ramaswamy Memorial Fund is administered by the IEEE Foundation. This year, the recipient is Zidhar Arora for the paper co-authored with Hayato Futami, Emiru Tsunu, Brian Yan, and Shinji Watanabe titled Joint Modeling of Spoken Language Understandings Tasks with Integrated Dialogue History. You can find full information about the title and the co-authors in the ICASSP 2023 web page. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of you on your extraordinary achievements. That concludes today's ceremony. I want to thank all of you for celebrating the IEEE Signal Processing Awards ceremony and the recipients, distinguished lecturers, distinguished industry speakers, and the new IEEE Fellows. Now I will ask Professor Maragos to come at the stage to put some final touches in this opening ceremony.
Well, congratulations to all awardees. Coming back to this ICASSP, to recap, we have worked hard to develop a scientific and social program that you will all enjoy, celebrating our post-pandemic reuniting in person. And we hope that they will pleasantly remain in your memories for years to come. So please, enjoy this ICASSP, not only the papers and the events it covers, but also discover new things. Also enjoy the island of Rhodes. Rhodes is the capital of Dodecanese. Dodecanese means 12 islands. And if you have time, you can also travel to other beautiful islands of Dodecanese, two of which are sentimentally very close to two members of the organizing committee. One of them is, Kalymnos, the island where I was born and grew up, and the second one is Kos, the home island of Petros Boufounos. I will leave you a few minutes with a video from Rhodes. Thank you, and enjoy the conference. Now we'll start with our first plenary talk by